So I'm here talking with, is it doctor? Are you a doctor?
Yeah, I am, but that's not important.
Well, but I think it is. Dr. Wesley Teo. He's a philosopher, a wonderful cook, and he grew up in Malaysia, where food and eating is treated really, really differently. And I've been learning a lot from him. He eats very healthy, but you know, I was surprised to learn that you like ice cream, and you eat it, you know, when you want to, but you also know, I mean, you have this ability to say no when you've had enough, you know, and that's what I'd like you to talk about, because you don't cut things out that you like, but at the same time, you're able to not go, you know, crazy. So what is it about the ice cream experience that allows you to enjoy it? But then you stop when you've had enough.
Yeah, one of the guiding principles about eating is that never overstuffing yourself and never overindulge yourself.
But for so many people, when it tastes good, you know,
yeah,
you don't want to stop.
But this is a discipline. I suppose this is a question of culture, a question of nurture, and but parents, when they raise their children, don't pay much attention to this aspect of it. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something that is not widely known, not widely talked about even by Asians. Asians actually eat 4 meals a day, and yet you find you're going to have a hard time finding overweight individual. You say, now, how can you eat 4 meals a day? Now, the secret is that they are moderation. Now, let me tell you what it is in places. I grew up in Malaysia. Penang, for example, is an island in Malaysia that is very famous for their cooking. Mm-hmm. So every time I go there, that's where my brother is still, and I have relatives there, we go there. I always want to eat all this food that I have missed. Yeah. And we go through these 4 meals. So okay, we get out, we eat breakfast. We have lunch. Our lunch is actually your dinner. Mm-hmm. We eat a full-blown lunch. There is no such thing just a small plate.
That's the biggest meal.
Yeah, that's the biggest meal. Mm-hmm. But then, in the evening, we also eat dinner. Mm-hmm. Then we eat one more thing, it's called supper. Here, the word supper is used interchangeably with dinner, or sometimes mean nothing at all. Uh-huh. Okay, but then we actually have supper. Now, what do you mean? You cook one more time? No, we don't cook. Uh-huh. The 4th time, we actually go out. That's when we go to the promenade. We go to the shore. We go to this hawker. Mm-hmm. You basically go outside, street food. Basically, that's what you call it.
Yeah.
And there you eat whatever you want. But we always eat in moderation. So that when we have dinner at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, we don't eat until our stomach bulges out. There's a lot more room to spare. But so we eat actually 4 times.
Well, wait, a lot of that might have to do with when you eat. Yeah. You eat together, right?
Yes,
you
we
sit
always.
down.
It's never eaten alone.
You don't eat to escape.
It is always, we always eat in a member of family.
It's probably a very nurturing experience.
It's a very nurturing thing. And so when my first wife, before she passed away, and I raised 3 children, this was one, and you have to know that she was not an Asian. She was a full-blooded daughter of the American Revolution.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. From New Jersey, of Dutch and Irish origin, and with the last name of Adams, that date back to the Adams family. So, so that just how authentic she is as American. Yeah. But yet we agreed that when we were going out as a family, that one thing we will not want to do is to eat any dinner. At that time, it was called TV dinner, in front of a television. We have never eaten a single meal with our children in front of a TV. So we always made it a rule to read it at a table. Mm-hmm. And the dining table is not a place just of eating. It's genuinely a place of bonding, of getting to know each other, of sharing with each other the events of the day. So we always go, nothing rigid. Any member of the family know that since we have 3 boys, so it's always he. If any one of the boys has a story to tell or to narrate the experience of the day, he will freely speak that because we encourage them to tell us. And we talk about our experience, what unique or interesting thing that happened. So they listen and joined in and things like that. And one of the boys, for example, is extremely noted for his humor at a very early age. He is the joker, okay? But never out of hand. He just wait appropriately and then he will drop his little joke in there. And so looking back, we just knew that those were the early moments that were very precious to us and which also build them up and as a family.
So food and eating was completely a nurturing experience.
Yes, it's a very nurturing in every aspect. Socially nurturing, value-wise is nurturing, because we never gave them a long lecture or what not to do. But when we tell the story or events of the day that something that's not bad, we simply add one editorial comment at the end and say, no, that's not the kind of stuff we want to do. So it's a neutral. They learn from there. That's so what they will not do.
That's what I've been saying to myself and to others for a long time, is it's very important what you feed yourself. It's not just the food. It's the people you keep company with. It's the subjects you talk about. It's the way you pay attention to yourself and to your food. And I think that is a beautiful philosophy, and I thank you for sharing that. And you're going to get a blog very soon. I will be posting it when it's up because he's an amazing cook. I mean, I'm learning things that are just blowing my mind from him. So thank you, Wesley.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.